Greetings, brothers and sisters, greetings. As we get ready to get into this word, we must acknowledge our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, Yahushai, for allowing His word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters are truly edified by this word. And the name of tonight's word is called, Rejoice not when thy enemy fall, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumble. That's right. The name of tonight's word is called, Rejoice not when thy enemy falleth, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumbles. You know, we have a tendency, man, human nature, we have a tendency to where when our enemies suffer, we rejoice in that because that's what we were taught. You have an enemy and they put you through pure hell or whatever the case may be. And then it comes a time where you see your enemy is getting done to them what they were doing to you. You have such rejoice in it. And quite naturally, that's just like human nature. But what you're going to find out in this word, that's not the spiritual thing to do. If you're a spiritual individual and you're living according to the biblical integrity and conduct of your spiritual walk, you're going to find out in this word that rejoicing when your enemy fall is forbidden. That's right. We're going to come to you in Proverbs 24:17. But before we do, I brought this out last night, Proverbs 24:16, and it reads, For a just man falleth 7 times, and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. And when that wicked one, the one that's wicked, even if it's your enemy, fall into mischief, verse 17 tell you, Rejoice not when thy enemy falleth, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumble. See that? No, I know a lot of us might find that hard to do, but spiritually, we cannot rejoice when our enemy falleth. And we cannot let our hearts be glad when he stumble. It's forbidden, and I'm going to prove it to you in this word. What you see on the screen is exactly what it looks like when you rejoice when your enemy falleth. This is exactly what your heart look like when you hear that your enemy has stumbled. Priceless, right? Priceless. But that's not how we're supposed to conduct ourselves, brothers and sisters. It's all about love, okay? It's all about love. Yahweh's greatest 2 commandments were centered around love. The number 1 commandment, love commandment, was love the Lord with all thy heart. And the second commandment is to love thy neighbor. So it centers around love. And I know loving your enemy is never something that most people will embrace. But we're called upon, through the power and spirit of Yahushua, we are called upon to love our enemies, man. As we get into this word, man, let's bring out this Proverbs 24:17. It says, Rejoice not when thy enemy falleth. In other words, do not be gladful, do not be joyful when thy enemy, thy adversary, your personal foe, okay, when he's going to ruin, when he's destroyed, when he perished, when he's cast down, okay? Be not joyful, be not glad. You see? And in Proverbs 24:17, it says, And let not thy heart be glad, be rejoiceful when he stumbles, okay? When he suffers an injury, when he suffers judgment, when he suffers destruction, we are not to be rejoiceful. You see? Now the Mosaic law of love, okay, tells us in Leviticus 19 and 18, love your neighbor. That's a Mosaic law, a Mosaic precepts. Love your neighbor. Leviticus 19:18. Matter of fact, allow me to get that. That's why it's forbidden to rejoice when your enemy falleth. Okay? Leviticus 19 and 18, and it reads, Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord, who we know as Yahweh. You see that? So it boils down to love. Showing love even for our enemies, man. Like I said, it's forbidden, okay, to be glad and joyful when your enemy is destroyed, when your enemy is going to ruin, when your enemy perishes, when your enemy cast down, when your enemy suffer a loss. You see. In Exodus chapter 23, verse 4, and it reads, if your enemy ox or your enemy donkey goes astray, you find it, you must bring it back to the owner, which is your enemy. Imagine that. Just imagine you have a known enemy and he has a pit bull dog or whatnot, and that dog goes astray and you just so happen to find this dog. You are to bring that dog back to your enemy, because that's you showing love. Like I said, it's easy to hate on people. It's easy to manufacture reasons to hate on somebody. But it's hard to love them, man. And that's a beautiful gesture of love when you can find your enemy ox or donkey after it done went astray. You find it and then you bring it back to your enemy. If that ain't love, I don't know what is, man. We have to show love even for our enemies, man. And I tell you like this, when you rejoice over someone else's misery, especially an enemy, please understand your own demise is standing behind the door waiting on you. So I'm going to make it loud and clear. I'm going to say it one more time. When you rejoice over your enemy, over someone else's misery and trouble, when you rejoice, when you're gladful, when you're joyful in that present time, your own demise is standing behind the door waiting on you as well. So I just, want you sincere brothers and sisters to be mindful of that. What you see on the screen is what it looks like when your enemy perishes, when your enemy falls, when your enemy staggers. This is the reaction you usually get. But in reality, that ought not be. Why? Because you are called upon, according to Leviticus 19 and 18, to show love to thy neighbor. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters, man, truly get this word again. Let's bring out that Proverbs 24 and 17. Rejoice not when thy enemy falleth, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumbleth. Yeah, man. So we have to have empathy. We have to have compassion. We have to have what they call love, man. Love, they say, conquers all, man. Love is I'm telling you, man, ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it, man. Once you brothers and sisters subscribe in love, oh man, you're gonna be in for a treat, man. Again, as we get ready to close out this word, first and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing His word to come out. And again, be mindful that you don't take joy, you don't celebrate, man, when your enemy fall, man. And that's real. That's real. Word up, man, to you brothers and sisters. Shalom. Peace and blessings to all of you. And again, we thank our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out, man. You sincere brothers and sisters, stay blessed, man. And remember, love your neighbor. Even if he your enemy, you love him. Because that's what you're called upon to do, man. And that's real. Word.